What's up, y'all? Thanks again for tuning in. This your boy Superb Kicks.
Diverse Styles.
Together we're FeetzNTheStreetz, where we wear our pairs.
We'd like to thank y'all once again for tuning in to another episode where we do our comparisons and everything. Answer questions, get feedback, all the above. This week we went a little different route. We didn't both pick a Jordan silhouette. We went with a diverse selection from our collections here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review.
Hey, once again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This is one of the newest podcasts on YouTube, or should I say we're the newest YouTubers out right now. We're going to give y'all dope and new content every single week. So once again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And make sure y'all do hit that bell so y'all get notified every time we drop a banger. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
You grow with us.
Appreciate it. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the Jordan 5, the Black Metalic 5's. Right here, now this shoe is one of my favorite shoes in my collection right here. Now this shoe right here is, like I mentioned in the last video, if y'all make sure y'all go check out our last video, I like the neutral colors, the black, the grays, the reds, the whites, and this fall right into that category. This is a 9.5 shoe for me. The material on it is great. I like the nubuck. I like the cement on the shark fin, or the shark teeth, or fins, whatever you want to call it. I like the gray cement on there. I like how they did the netting on this one right here. They could have went with a black or a red or something like that. It did nothing that took away from the shoe. The clear netting, I greatly appreciate what they did there. And also, it got the Nike Air on this. I mean, come on now. How can you go wrong with a 3M gray tongue with the red Jumpman with a Nike on the back? I mean, this is absolutely a great shoe right here. This is a 9.5. I absolutely have to have this in my collection, which I do. And I wouldn't change nothing on this shoe. Like, absolutely nothing. I mean, seriously, this is a well put together shoe. The material is excellent. I like the gray tongue 5. Like, gray tongue 5s are iconic, bro. Like, I mean, what more can I say? And the black shoelaces, everything black. You throw these on with like what I got on right now, with a gray and a black hat. I mean, you in the game right here, bro. Like, I mean, this is a well put together shoe, and I really love this shoe. Even from the bottoms, the soles, the midsole, everything. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't change nothing with this shoe. It's a 9.5 with me, if not a close 10. The only reason I don't want to give it a 10 is because it's not a perfect shoe. You know what I mean? It's a nice shoe, but it's not a perfect shoe. It's a nice shoe for me, maybe a perfect shoe for me, but it's not a perfect 10 right here. It could have been what I want to say. It could have been I mean, like I say, absolutely not. So there it is. There I am. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10, bro. Like I say, it's absolutely nothing I would do. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this shoe a 10 for me, bro. Like, I love the Black Metallic shoe. The Black Metallic 5s. It's on. I mean, I'll pass it to you, bro. What more can I say?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to agree with you on that. This is definitely a 9.5, 10 for me as well for a rating. Like I said, absolutely iconic. I mean, probably the most iconic 5. Maybe not the most desirable as far as, you got things like the Tokyo and stuff like that, but those are your hype and high dollar ones. But as far as iconic and most sought after, for the average collection, most definitely. The only thing I would change about this shoe is the fact that I don't have the Nike Air version in my collection. I have the Jumpman version. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. Mine are still extra crispy. The materials used on this go without, don't even need to be acknowledged. I mean, it's perfect. They really knew what they were doing when they made this years ago on the original version. And I'm so happy that with all the changes they make on the retro releases and all, when they tend to bring them back out, is they didn't change anything. I mean, it stayed true to form. it keeps, you know, the true silhouette, and you know, even with the new materials used for the transparent sole, it still doesn't have that blue. It's gonna yellow like the originals, and that's one thing I'm really pleased with about this shoe. Yeah, I have to agree with you. 9.5, 10, definitely on this one. You know, you got many other 5s, and one thing I like is too is it's all suede.
Yes,
they didn't put any leather, they didn't mix it up and try to, you know, do anything fancy. You know, then later down the road you got like the satin 5s, and I'm not even too sure on some of the newer releases on the 5s, but they made so many different versions of Black 5. But this will always hold its own in weight versus any 5. Second to this, in my opinion, will only be the Black Tone 5. I definitely agree with you that this shoe would not even be the same with a different color tongue. 100%. The 3M tongue is what really just, when this shoe dropped originally, there was nothing that could even compare to it. You know, and that's why I was saying, you know, in our last review about the shininess on the Wolf Grade 3s. You know, with 3M, it shimmers when the light hits it just right. You move, you take a picture. You know, the coolest part about it is somebody might be taking a picture at night and you have them on with their flash and they not even realize till
100%.
later, and boom, you got this glow. You know, and it's just like, it's undescribable, you know what I mean? It just really sets this shoe apart from a lot of other, you know, shoes that came out around this time, and apart from, you know, other 5s. I'm not a big fan of the 3M tongue on the Fire Red 5. I prefer the Black tongue just because I think it flows with the shoe itself. But with saying that, like I say, without that 3M tongue, this shoe would look totally different. I mean, there's no other color I could think of that could take its place.
And going through our shoes, we was picking to check the reviews we was gonna do. I seen these. I was like, I gotta do a review of these, or these gotta be on feet, either or. You know, when we're doing these, I haven't wore these in so long. And shout out to Rejuvenator. Make sure y'all protect y'all shoes with the stain and water repellent. You know, and it protects y'all shoes. Make sure you clean them before you put them up in the box after wearing them, and they still look brand new. But you can see we wear our pairs, big dog. So once again, I give these these is a perfect 10 for me, bro. Like a had to, must cop, everything like that. In the comment section, you know, what do you rate these? What is these, a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 for you? What you dislike about the shoe? What you do like about the shoe? Go ahead in the comment section and let us know. And without further ado, we can go ahead and go to these Miamis.
That's right. Like I've said before, you know, I like to have a diverse collection, you know, and have something I can go to on any different, you know, day, given whatever I'm feeling that day. And SBs are a big part of my collection as well. Like I've said before, I love ones, and SBs and ones, you know, they're not the same, obviously, but the similarities are there. You know, and a lot of people will mistake a Jordan 1 or a SB for the, you know, confuse it for the other. I had on a pair of Jordan 1 lows one day, and somebody was like, nice SBs, and I just gave them the thumbs up and kept it moving. But not everybody's supposed to have the knowledge that, you know, some of us sneakerheads have, and that's okay. The acknowledgement that they liked them was, you know, fine for me. But this particular shoe here, the moment I saw it, I knew I had to have it. And when I went down to Stratosphere in Little 5 here in Atlanta, Georgia, they were sold out of my size. And I was bummed. Oh man, you know, now I got to try to go do this resale route. And about 2 months later, I'm scrolling Instagram and I seen a place that down in Florida that was restocking them, and it said phone orders. And I just knew right then my prayers were answered. So I set timers. I used, you know, the neighbor's Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi to make sure there was no drop calls, no chance of nothing. And I set up and I set the timers to make sure I called on the dot. Got the phone order, shipped to the house, say no more, I now own them. And one thing I love about SBs is they're not afraid to throw any color together and just be wild with it. And I mean, this shoe has several different materials. It's got a rough suede, a smooth suede, you know, a pattern in the suede, you know, a leather here, a perforated leather here, and I'm not really. This is kind of a tough leather. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it's okay. I can see that over time that there's going to be some issues there, but that's okay. That's what shoes do. But I mean, the materials used on this, the fact that it had a clear sole to begin with, and now it's turning yellow. I love that, by the way. That just shows, for one, it shows authenticity, and for two, it shows that just keep them in a bag and in a box in a closet, and I got bragging rights. I got them. This shoe gets a lot of wear from me, and with the multiple colors that it has, endless possibilities of what you can do with it. I have several items of clothing that I can go to with this particular shoe, and I love the shoe. I mean, for me, this is a 10. So this week we both picked the shoe that was a 10 for 10 for us, and I mean the details on it, the insole, just everything about the shoe. The attention to detail was not overlooked. I mean, the MIA skate shop really got down with this design, and this is one of my definite top 5 in my collection, probably. It's one of those ones that I love to wear but hate to wear because, obviously the more you wear them, the better chance you have of something happening. But at the same time, the less I wear them, me or myself and nobody else gets to enjoy them. So I try to bring this out at least once a month. If not once every 2 months at the least. Yeah, I mean, it's a go-to, and it's a 10 for 10 for me.
So, like I mentioned before, I'm not a ones dude, I'm not an SB dude, but I like these colorway right here with all the colors. This look like an MIA pair of shoes. Like I could see myself with a white pair of shorts with a button up, opened up with my chest showing, my ground beef and stuff showing right here. In Miami, you know what I mean, with a shirt that got several different colors on it. I mean, it's a really nice shoe. I'm a big fan of low tops. I like low top Jordans. I like low top shoes in general. But like I say, I don't rock SBs. I don't rock Jordan 1s. But this is overall is a really, really nice put together shoe. I mean, when you get a shoe creator to be bold and take chances like this with these kind of colors, and it hit. Like, I mean, it hit. Like, I mean, this is a cop for a lot of people. Like, even the Nike swoosh is like a cream color that you may not be able to see on camera, you know what I mean, this far away. But it's overall like using all these colors and put them together, it actually comes together and looks really nice. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, I wouldn't rock it. But this is like, I'll put this and I'll say this is a 9, G, for me. Even though 8 or better is a cop, I just don't cop, SBs or 1s. But this is a 9 for me. I like the different colors. You can throw a pair of white jeans on with any color shirt right here, a solid color shirt in these color schemes, and go get away with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be 2 colors, 3 colors like you mentioned. You got several different pieces of items that you can wear, clothing items that you can wear with this. And I just, like I say, this is overall a nice shoe. A lot of colors, but what do you expect? Miami. I mean, this is a typical Miami shoe right here. I can see myself rocking this right here if I wore them. You know what I mean? But that's, like I say, that's a 9 for me. It would have been a must cop if I rock SBs or Jordan 1s. I stay away from the Jordan 1s, Jordan 2s, SBs, Jordan 8s, and anything after Jordan 13. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to take too long on a shoe that I really not going to wear. I'm going to let my boy talk about him a little more. But that's a 9 for me.
Yeah, and bring up a great point about it being obviously a Miami shoe, MIA skate shop and all. And just I know you can't see from there, but in the intro video where we showcase the shoe itself, if you look close, you'll see like it's almost like water, like top of a pool, just kind of trickling along. And that just the details in it, like I say. And what I love about SBs is they're not afraid to throw several colors together, and they may not even match perfect, or they may not even flow together like you would on a Jordan, on certain ones, and or other shoes. But it ties together perfect. And I mean, like say with this tan swoosh and all, and the multiple hints of blue, shades of blue and all, and with the orange to make it pop, it's just, it gives you endless possibilities. I mean, solid, floral print, whatever the case may be, tie-dye, this, that, and the other. There's always something that,
And with this shoe, I mentioned I wasn't going to say nothing else, but looking at it, the blue shoestring is perfect for it. The only other color that you can use is orange.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't use no other color.
That's exactly what they came with. And another thing, I know you're not into SBs as much as I am and all that, but 98% probably of all SBs come with two sets of laces.
Oh, okay.
And that's what these came with, was orange. But you're right.
Yeah,
the blue, to me, the orange overpowered it. Like it's enough in the sock liner and around the tongue and on the the little tag on the tongue and not on the back. To me, that was enough, because if not, it takes away from from the blue.
All the rest of the colors.
Right.
And look how, that water effect. If you look at it like this, look at the shoestrings with the toe box in the front, and look at that. It makes it pop. It makes that navy pop with them shoestrings in it over all them other colors. Of course, the other colors are going to pop, but what you're looking at when you first see the shoe, because of the shoestrings, is the navy shoe boxes, and that's what I like about it, and the turquoise inside the shoe box.
And I know we talk about and stress a lot about cleaning your shoes, and that's something that having these in my hand now, I realize I need to give them a good wipe down and clean, or some rejuvenator, and wipe down the soles. But I mean, like I say, these shoes do get a lot of wear. I mean, luckily there's no heel drag yet, and all that, no separation, all that. I do take good care of them because I do love them so much, and so I'm gonna get to the house, get these a good wipe down, put them back in the collection, and bring them out at another later date.
So, what's your take on these? What are you giving them?
Absolutely 10 for 10.
And these?
10 for 10.
All right, and I'm going 10 for 10 on these, and I'm going a 9 for 10 on these. Just like I say, I'm not going to bash the ones, I'm not going to bash the SBs, but I just don't rock them, so I can't give them a perfect 10 nor 9.5 because I don't rock them. So leave in the comment section what you think of the Jordan 5s and what you think of the SB MIAs and the Black Metalic 5s. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And most importantly, hit that bell so that you're notified every time we drop one of these bangers. And we're going to go ahead with On Feet now. You can go ahead and start.
On Feet selection for today.
Once again, Feets in the Streets, where
right.
we wear our pairs.
We wear our pairs. And obviously a very iconic shoe. Even if the crazy thing about the Jordan 11, even people who don't wear Jordans or even like them or care for them, they're familiar with the Jordan 11. Obviously because of the movie Space Jam, and all that, which is a very iconic colorway of the 11. But it's a very recognizable shoe. I mean, the patent leather, the design, the Jumpman logo being very obvious on the heel. And for me, this is me personally, any 11 I'm gonna wear has to have 23. I'm not a fan of the 45. I understand why they did it on the Concorde when they re-released it here recently. I don't understand why they put it on the Space Jam, but that's not my decision. It's corporate, or whatever. But this shoe, being from 2012, you see that it gets worn, but in how great a condition. If the 23 is on this year's release, holiday season release, then I'll probably double up on them. But other than that, I don't really have to have another pair of these. This doesn't get worn a lot, obviously, because it's so flashy. But when I do bring them out, it's a joyous occasion. I mean, this to me, this is the most iconic 11.
Yes.
This is
by far.
You see the Concords and Space Jams and Cool Grays and Anniversaries or Columbia, whichever's preferred by you. But this is it. I only own a few 11s, and this is the one 11 that I will never get rid of or never get tired of having in my collection. Think about it. People get married in these. They have anniversaries. They wear them to proms. How can you go wrong with this particular 11
at all?
Concours is the second, by far. It goes Breads, Concords, Space Jams for me.
Yes, sir.
Period, point blank.
In that order.
But just think, like I say, people, old people, young people, you know, all ethnicities across the world know about the 11. I mean, just.
So what do you rate that one?
Ooh, this is definitely going to be a 10 for me. 9.5, and depending on how I'm feeling, if I'm, you know, want to rock something else that day. But it's never gonna go below a 9.5 for me.
That's 11 for me. So just to let you know, I will be rocking those in December when they come out. If they got the 45 on them or not, I will be getting those. My ones is my 11s is no longer here with us. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, my dog killed them about 3 years ago. But hey, it ain't no problem. You know what I mean? They coming back again. Hey, God is great. I get to get them again. You know, and get a fresher pair. So no, we ain't mad about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to mine. Hey. Pretty girls. I'm gonna go with the infrared 6's right here, 2019. This is a well put together shoe. Once again, like this, I wouldn't change absolutely nothing with this shoe. But hey, I take that back. I'm gonna give this a 9.5, because I would change the darkness of the red. I would want this more of a true red, university red or whatever they call it. This kind of like, this is darker than the 2012 version, right? Oh, yes. And it looked like pink or whatever. But this right here is a darker red. I really like it. But I wish they would have did an OG red, like the red on my iWatch band. Shout out to Apple. This is an iconic shoe right here. I really love it with the Nike Air on the back. We got 2 Nike Airs on the back, the 5's and the 6's. And got the 3M up here on the top on the ankle supports. But overall, like I said, with this shoe right here, I'm gonna give this a 9.5. Since I said I would change something, I can't give it a 10. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9.5. This is a must cop for me, and it's 100% in my collection. And what do you think about this?
For me, I personally love 6's. They just look really strange on my feet. I think it's because of the bulkiness of the shoe and my short little legs, but I love them. And I definitely agree with you on that infrared being better than what was it, 2014 or so?
I thought it was 12, but I'm like, 2012 to 2014, it could have been. Don't quote us. Don't quote us. That's why we got Google. Somebody in the comment section, let us know what year it was.
Somewhere in that ballpark, though, around that time was when they dropped the infrared, and it had the really pink.
Yeah, really pink.
And
I remember buying them for my son.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling them at all, but yeah, that's definitely more true to the OG infrared color. Now, as far as if you're going to varsity red, you know, that's where you get the darker, and that's the one. If anybody out there can get the word to Jordan Brand, let them know we want to see the varsity red again, preferably with the Nike Air on the back, not the Jumpman. You know, but I mean, hey, that would definitely be a 6 I would buy again. I had them back in probably middle school when the OG dropped, you know, way back when. And yeah, that's definitely that shoe there. Even though I don't personally own and wear them, you're definitely gonna get an 8.5, 9 out of me for that, because it's a lovely shoe.
So this video right here, we didn't drop 4 bangers for y'all. You know what I mean? By us personally, you know what I mean, giving our personal opinions on the shoe, rating high in our personal collections. You know, I'm pretty sure these is rating high in y'all personal collection too. So this right here, I think is our top banger right here so far. We didn't drop, you know what I mean? And I appreciate it if y'all go ahead in the comment section, let us know how y'all appreciate this video. Once again, what you guys dislike, what you guys do like on the shoes that we dropped for y'all today, what we could do to change the YouTube to make things better for you guys. Every day we're progressing, we're trying to get better. If you're not trying to be better each and every day that you wake up, it's a wasted day. So we're gonna do our best to give y'all better content. We're gonna better situations in this, better, you know, just overall just better with this Feets in the Streets. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in again, and once again, without y'all,
no us.
Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.